everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Omega. This is Milesluigi.
And Higsby?
So we are doing Tetris next, correct?
Yep, Tetris is up next.
This was the next one you made next, because there's still Super Metroid painted on the lower right-hand corner.
Oh, Super Metroid, that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so this is the Tetris level, and it's probably not what people would expect when you hear that there's going to be a Tetris level. And it's also not too long either, so it shouldn't take too long.
It's actually definitely really short, and definitely different than what I expected.
I mean, yeah, when you hear Tetris, you think, oh, there's going to be falling blocks and stuff like that, but this level is created a lot differently than the other levels, say like Sonic the Hedgehog, for example, where I always knew I wanted there to be a Sonic the Hedgehog level in the Special World, and it was just a good coincidence that there was already a Sonic the Hedgehog tile set ready for me on Super Mario World Central that I could just download and use. Like when I was thinking of what levels to have in the Special World, I never really thought to have a Tetris level. I was just thinking of what other levels I could have. So I was looking through the graphics on Super Mario World Central, and I came across the Tetris graphics, and I thought it might make an interesting level, so yeah.
Well, I learned the hard way you don't touch the red stuff.
So yeah, that's kind of the gimmick of this level, is the different colors represent different things, like green is land, red is hurt, blue is... Yeah, blue is water. And so yeah, I thought that it would make a neat kind of level.
Is that ice?
Yes, so the white blocks up there are ice. And they're slippery when you step on top of them, and they can also be destroyed with fire, so like it would make a bit of a shortcut there. An interesting thing is that this level actually only took one night for me to make. Like, I mean, you hear about other levels, like Super Metroid took me like 2 months to make. And this level was in one night, which is really weird, but I mean, just because it didn't take very long doesn't mean it's a bad level. It was just really simple to put together. I mean, the tile set is really easy to work with. I mean, it's not complex where there's like ground and other things. I mean, it just kind of fits together really easily.
I don't like the fact that the creator of the heck is afraid for me to go through Super Metroid.
Oh, Super Metroid is going to be really, really interesting. I mean, a lot of people just really hate it, so I mean, you have to be really ready for it. I mean, once you know you're Let's Playing Super Mario Omega, you should like start training for the Super Metroid level the day you know that you're going to have to play it. Because, I mean, everyone just has so much trouble with it. And I mean, it's really massive and long, and yeah, people just really don't seem to like it. So it'll be interesting to see how you do with it when the time comes.
As long as it's not as long as some of the Super Mario Infinity 2 levels are, I think I'll be fine.
Well, it's really hard. It's really hard to say because the Super Metroid level, it's really, really big. But if you know where you're going, it doesn't take you a super long time to get to the end. But I mean, if you don't know where you're going, you can be lost and scrambling around for a long time, and who knows, it could take you forever to find the end. It might take like months or something like that, who knows. But yeah, it's really interesting anyway.
Well, you definitely didn't have my expectation, because my expectation was admittedly, you know, in a Tetris game room and pieces are falling and I gotta avoid them or get crushed. That was my expectation.
Well, yeah, this was obviously supposed to represent that aspect.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you really need to be quick there and hit the block.
I'm gonna let Mario die before I hit load state.
At the right time.
Oh.
Whoops! Rewind! That state was pretty far back, but yeah, I mean, yeah, here you have to hit it like as late as you possibly can to get the maximum amount of time for going through this little section here. And the shell obviously is meant to help that out. And there you go, you got the cape. You gotta hit that one. Ah, you gotta get it!
Ay, caramba.
Yeah.
I keep hitting the switch twice.
This section's being a bit difficult.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Well, it probably would have been easier if you didn't have the shell. I don't think you're going to need that anymore. So yeah, you can just get rid of that there. And yeah.
So even though this level took a day, I really conceptually like the idea because it's different, very different, unlike everything else.
I'm glad.
It's still pretty cool.
Like I said, even though it didn't take too long, it's still a pretty good level. Uh-oh, we have a bit of a puzzle here. Let's see if you can figure it out. I'm just going to sit here and see what happens.
That was the only other thing I could try. Oh. Okay, there's more to it than I thought. Oh,
let's see.
Oh, there's a... Darn it.
There you go. Good job. Very nice. And there you go.
Tetris.
And yeah, like I said, that Tetris was just from the tile set that I used. Taken right from it, and I thought it would be interesting to put that to the level. One interesting thing to kind of note is that since this Tetris was taken right from the thing, the trademark symbol at the end. If you rewind a little bit for a second, actually, there's something I was going to show there. See at the top right of the S, there's actually an Omega symbol there. that was originally the trademark symbol in the name, but I mean, nothing's trademarked in ROM
Well,
hacks.
there's a secret exit somewhere in this level. I totally biffed it. With regards... Ooh, I can make it up here now. Maybe it's up here.
Yeah.
My memories of playing Tetris was playing Tetris on the NES. I never played Tetris on the Game Boy, even though it's to my understanding that was like the version of Tetris everyone played.
I'm actually exactly the same as you. I first played Tetris on the NES, and I never really got into the Game Boy one. I mean, even today when I play Tetris, it's usually the NES version. I know like every console has a new version of Tetris. But I don't really see any need for that. I mean, every once in a while I'll pick up Tetris on the NES, see how far I can get, and just have fun with it. I don't need any like really new features and things like that. But yeah, so yeah, right here, what you're gonna want to do is you're not gonna want to get that feather.
Don't do.
It was not down that hole. Yeah, I know like the secret hex can be hidden anywhere, but yeah, what you want to do is you're gonna want to keep your fire flower.
Tricky.
And yeah, break these. Oh, I didn't realize I actually left some underneath there. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, you're gonna need your fire flower, but you're gonna need it in a different spot.
Okay, I thought you really just put it right at the beginning of the level. Oh, wait, I think I got it now. This is just a giant chunk of ice, a great place to hide something.
Yeah, not right at the beginning, but yeah, so pretty much the trick here is that if you don't realize you can break these blocks, it might be kind of tricky to find this. But that's the keyhole, but the question is, where is the key?
Well, given that we found the keyhole on a whole bunch of ice, my intuition wants to tell me that the key is now on a whole bunch of ice that I gotta go find.
I actually don't remember if there's a whole bunch of ice where the key is or not. I don't think there is, but there might be.
We'll see.
I don't think so, but maybe.
But I never really played anything past the original Tetris on the NES. Like, there's this Tetris attack as on Nintendo DS that I've seen other people play, but I guess I've never really gotten into it, because Tetris is a game you play for like 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe, and then you're done, at least in my personal opinion.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like I was saying, I mean, it's just something I pick up every once in a while. It's not something I like, oh, there's a new version of Tetris, so I better go pick it up so that I can get like the one new music track in the background and like 0.5 new features that it brings. I mean, Tetris is something I'll play just for fun, but I'm never in a rush to go out and buy a new one. Unless like my NES breaks or something. Maybe I'll go out and buy a Tetris for like the new console. But otherwise, it's just a fun thing to pick up every now and then when you're bored. Yeah, I got hit there. So yeah, you might want to keep the fire, although I don't think you need it. Although anyway, as we proceed on, we'll eventually see if we do or not. Ugh. Yeah, I might as well just keep going. I don't think you need the fire flower. And yeah, you can only go down there when you're small. I thought it would be a neat little bonus for if you're unfortunately small.
I haven't looked down here yet.
Yeah, let's see. Actually.
Oh wait, I think I have been down here. Never mind.
Yeah, actually, I think you did go down there.
It just definitely stands out of the way.
It is a really strange secret. I don't know, I guess I just thought it would be kind of neat to have something that only small Mario could do. Although I would never hide like a necessary secret somewhere where you would have to take a hit in order to get to it. Because yeah, it's definitely one of the stranger decisions of the level, but still kind of neat. But anyway, yeah, you haven't really hit where the key is yet. So yeah, if you keep pressing on, might as well get that mushroom. I really hope that you don't need fire though. Yeah, those platforms there were just supposed to throw you into the red blocks. Although luckily it doesn't seem to be working on you. You seem to be dodging that pretty well. Anyway, let's see around here maybe? Nope, not down there.
I kind of have a similar experience with a program called Game Maker. Have you ever heard of it? Ooh, there we go, I found it. That just gets me back though, doesn't it? But I made a whole bunch of really crappy shit with Game Maker that I kind of lost on my Windows 98 machine. You know, even though I'm kind of sort of an IT guy now, back then I wasn't told to back up my crap, and I kind of wish I did. No crap.
Yeah.
back, way in time we go.
Yep, sorry.
Way back in time
I really didn't think you needed it. But yeah, I mean, I really wish I had some of my older stuff too. So many of my old ROM hacking things, even though they weren't so good, it would still be neat to be able to go back. Just kind of see some of the things I did back then, because even though it's nothing release-worthy, it's just neat to see how far you've come after all that time.
But the only projects I still have left from the time I played with Game Maker is just crap that I abandoned because I frankly put way too much, basically projects that would have taken way too much time of me to be able to actually create.
Yeah.
Like, the last project that I worked on was going to be a I Want to Be the Guy version of a Yoshi game. It was called I Want to Be the Yoshi. So basically I was trying to make Yoshi's Island except much harder, and the thing is, in the actual game, maybe I should show this off at some point, Yoshi controlled just like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Why?
So he was able to run through loops and stuff like that.
Interesting.
And that was all entirely because I liked Sonic physics. So, like, it was kind of shaping up to be a dumb hack.
Huh.
Or not a dumb hack, dumb game, because I was actually programming in Game Maker. Now,
Alright, so yeah, the trick
I gotta
here
figure this out.
is...
Do I have to take a hit?
Nope. You need to use something that no one ever uses when they play Super Mario World
Spin jump
hacks.
button?
Nope, no. It's the two most rejected buttons on the Super Nintendo controller. I mean, it's... Yeah, exactly, L and R. I mean, everyone always forgets about them. I mean, whenever I play Super Mario World, I always use them. So I don't know why everyone else, like, neglects them so much. I love using them to kind of see, like, if secrets are in certain places and stuff like that. But everyone else just forgets about them.
Well, the thing I remember most, because I was showing Wow Yoshi that game a little bit while ago, just to him specifically, I had Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy programmed in.
Really? That would be interesting.
It was really, like, you almost could not see anything, but it was really, really psychedelic.
Whoa, that'd be...
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, so if you turn back here, actually, yeah, so...
green section?
Yeah, go back, just drop the key in, yeah, right there.
Okay.
And see the ice to the right? It's kind of like, yeah, so the bigger one in the middle, you're going to want to use fire on that. Yeah, so keep going to the middle.
Yeah. Up moon.
Yes, although, so yeah, so I don't think anyone's ever actually found that.
Probably just take the damage, because this isn't pure lava per se, it's just hurt blocks.
It's not so
Are
easy.
these reskin chompers?
I believe that the red blocks are reskin chompers, although they might be hurt blocks. I actually don't remember, but either way, there's no silver P-switches in this level, so it works out well anyway. It's not like they're going to turn into coins by accident.
You got away with putting floating chompers into your hack by reskinning them.
Yeah, that's kind of like the whole thing about this level. This is like the rebellious Mario level. I mean, having floating chompers and floating water. I mean, it's like breaks all of the rules. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. It's just does everything that you're not supposed to do in a Super Mario World ROM hack, but I kind of cheated it by changing the graphics.
I could now imagine Kaizo Mario reskinned entirely with these textures, and it would look just fine.
Yeah, you could pretty much do that, and no one would be able to question it. And it could be in the normal ROM hack section, and no one could complain. No, but I mean, yeah, it's just one of the things I always wondered what people would think about it. Although, I mean, since it's just floating red blocks, people took it okay.
Definitely a large disconnect between the key and the keyhole.
Yeah, it definitely kind of made you run all the way back there.
Guardian Legend? Wow.
Yeah, it's a really cool NES game. Have you ever heard of it?
It rings a bell, but it's not coming to my mind.
Huh, yeah, it's one of my favorite NES games.
Great NES game. Okay.
Should be interesting.
Super Metroid! I think we're only going to get a start on this, if what you say is true. But it's better to start now than to leave the video off.
Oh, you're actually going to start it today? Wow.
Yes.
It should be interesting.
I've played many of Metroid games. I even played Metroid Other M, and that game is garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, is this our world map?
Yes, that's your map. You are the blue square, and your destination is that purple one in the bottom right. And I mean, it's a super helpful map. I mean, it tells you exactly where to go, and I expect to see you at the end in exactly 5 seconds. Now, it's pretty useless, actually.
And we start in Brinstar.
Yeah, so, I mean, the whole level, it's kind of stays the same throughout. Things change a little bit, like the background color, although overall, the tile set, it doesn't change too much. But, I mean, colors change to kind of indicate where you are.
Ah.
And, yeah, it's kind of just a massive maze, so we'll see.
Okay. I guess I took the upper path right away, even though the block is down below.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just explore all over the place and see what you find. I mean, that's one thing, I mean, a lot of people really didn't like. I mean, just because it's a Super Mario World game, I mean, I guess people really didn't like the idea of having to explore. They kind of just like, it's kind of being led from the beginning to the end, although, I don't know, I thought it was kind of a neat idea, kind of putting you in this massive level and just looking around, because, I mean, even though it takes a while, I mean, the level's well designed and stuff like that, so it's not like it's a bad level, it just takes a while to find the end, so I thought people would really enjoy that, although most people seem to take it kind of negatively. I mean, it's like they don't know where to go, and they really don't feel like looking for where to go. So it kind of all just goes downhill from there, but I mean, I don't really understand why people really didn't enjoy kind of looking for the exit. Because I don't know, I kind of thought it would be fun to kind of have to explore levels instead of just being led to the end.
I don't know why, I'm trying to get a criteria right now. Did you use more than one music?
No, all of the music in the level pretty much remain the same throughout. Maybe, kind of.
Okay, we'll just say no. Because you're making me think of Super Metroid. In the meantime, I guess I'll explain my Metroid experience. The first Metroid game I played actually was Metroid Prime. It wasn't the original Metroid, Metroid 2, or Super Metroid. It was Metroid Prime. And at the time, I was kind of sort of just before becoming a teenager, and I thought this would be like a really mature game, and this is where I am. Okay.
Yeah. Super helpful map. Tells you where you are.
I guess my intuition with how you're building up to this level is that I want to go up top to get down. So we'll see how my approach works.
Interesting idea.
But I beat the entire Metroid Prime without ever looking online, although if that game never had a hint system, I probably would not have. The Metroid Prime, if you just futz around enough, the game eventually tells you where you need to go is somewhere around here, and I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Which I really, really, really liked, and thinking about Metroid games in general, that could have been useful. Is there a hint thing gonna pop up like after 10 minutes in this level saying, "Hey, idiot, this is where you're supposed to go first"?
Maybe. Maybe I'll give a hand if things start to get really crazy. But yeah, so just keep exploring. You never know what you might come across. It's interesting that you took the top path first. Not many people really tend to do that.
All the Metroid Prime games are pretty good, although I will definitely agree the first one is probably the best. The second one you kind of have to get into, and the third one is alright. I guess I'll just call it alright. I was complaining about Metroid Other M earlier, and that game just kind of kills all of Metroid canon, which is why everyone hates it.
Yeah.
In terms of the game itself, it actually technically isn't that bad of a game per se. It's kind of bad. It has stupid quick time moments where you die instantly if you miss
Really?
But yes.
Wow.
Well, this got me a feather, but I obviously need a fire flower to take that lower path.
You actually don't even really need to go down there. They both lead to the exact same spot. I'm not sure exactly why I did that. I guess just to make it easier.
It's a missile door. You need 5 missiles to get through.
It's the lazy Mario version. Don't have to jump.
Yeah, my time playing through Metroid Prime, I really, really, really liked it. Even though before I kind of sort of got lost, but the game's hint system allowed me to beat the game without ever looking up anything online. So I bought Metroid Fusion next. That was also another really fun game, and after I beat Metroid Fusion is when they announced Metroid Zero Missions, then I played through that. Notice how I'm saying I played Metroid Prime, then Zero Mission,
Kinda went backwards.
Fusion, then Zero Mission. Super Metroid was a game I came back to after all that, and Super Metroid is a game that just has really... when you play those other games, it really feels floaty and wonky.
Yeah.
Like, really floaty and wonky. It's like, this feels really, really weird.
That's interesting.
Like, Super Metroid is still a really awesome game. I'd even call it better than the 2 Game Boy games. Definitely, but it feels really, really, really weird if you enter it after playing Zero Mission and Fusion.
Yeah, like I said, I started with Super Metroid, so I guess I just didn't really notice too much of that change. I never really thought they were too different, but I guess the differences definitely are there now that you bring it up.
Yes, I do. That's kind of why I put it an escape sequence in that one video, just because...
Yeah, I knew you liked the
something I really like in Metroid games. You get to the end of the game and it just builds up. Hey, you need to get over here fast now. It's gonna blow up.
Yeah, I knew that you liked escape sequences after you did that in the Boomer Kawanger. Well, sorry, Bowser's Tower 4.
Now I really want to get to the right over here. So this level has a normal and secret exit, right?
Yes, there's a normal and secret.
Am I more likely to find the normal exit than the secret exit, or are they both nice and well
hidden? It's kind of hard to say, but you'll probably come across the normal exit first. The secret exit kind of have to... it's hard to explain. You need to kind of find the normal exit and then find the secret exit. Kind of. I mean, it's hard to say. Just look around and we'll see what you find first.
Okay. So this is going to be the video where I then now say I kind of wish Nintendo would make another new 2D Metroid game, just because I think the Metroid series could really use something like that after Metroid Other M, and something hurt me.
Yeah, you need to look through the windows there.
There's a Koopa in the tube.
But yeah, speaking of like wishing for another 2D Metroid game, that's just one thing. It's kind of sad, because I mean, all of Nintendo's platforms are 3D now. What's it called? I mean, you have like the 3DS, because on the portable systems, that used to be where 2D Zelda games always were. Because I really, really like 2D Zelda games. So it always used to be that 3D games would be on the consoles, like the home consoles, and the 2D ones would be on the portables. Like I think it was Oracle of, or was it Oracle?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was Oracle of Seasons Ages. For some reason that word just didn't sound right, but I mean those
Yes.
Oracle of Seasons Ages and Link's Awakening were on the Game Boy, so it was always kind of neat. Like you knew that the portables would always have those 2D Zeldas, but now I don't know what they're gonna do because there's like no platform for there to be 2D Zeldas on, which is kind of sad since I love them.
Otherwise, I do know there is a tool to hack Link to the Past, although the hacking community around Link to the Past, I guess, isn't as elaborate as the Super Mario World hacking community.
Yeah, I mean, even Link to the Past hacks. I mean, it's 2D, and Link to the Past was a great game. So it'd be great to see more hacks of that. I know there's like parallel worlds and stuff like that. So I mean, that's the good thing. There'll always be ROM hackers out there making hacks, even if Nintendo kind of stops making games like that. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
I found a shaft. Holy cow!
Yeah, you did. I'm actually kind of shocked considering you're kind of finding the end. Like I don't understand. Really? I mean. Like I don't even like you took the top path. Nobody takes the top path first, and you kind of just somehow found the end.
Really?
Like I'm speechless. I really don't know.
I'm still a little dumbfounded. Really?
Like this level, everyone has so much trouble with it, and you just not like you were born to do this. Like it was your destiny.
Oh God! Self-destruct sequence activated. You put one in the game.
Yes, I knew that you were going to play this someday. Actually, so I kind of predicted that you liked self-destruct sequences. No, I just thought it would be kind of a neat thing to have on the end. But I mean, I cannot believe that you found the end already. Now there's bubbles everywhere, like Bowser's bubbly washing machine exploded. So you kind of have to avoid those obstacles on the way back. And there's arrows that are kind of going to point you in the direction, but they might be kind of just leading at times. Maybe? We'll see.
You're joking. I beat this level in this video?
I cannot
I
believe
beat this
it.
level in this video?
What's it been, like 5 minutes? I'm pretty sure that has to be a world record. I mean, I just cannot believe this. You are amazing.
I was just thinking, you know, this is your Metro game, you're kind of hyping up on this level where you really have to explore. I'm like, I want to see what's up top first, because who would go up top?
So
the exit's up top.
You just completely broke it. I mean, no one ever does that. Everyone just like flails around for like an hour till they get angry at me, but you were the first person to ever find it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you took the best possible path you could have possibly taken. I mean, you went the fastest way. Like, there's no worse way you could have taken.
I have disappointed everyone who wanted to see me really lost on this level.
Like, I just can't believe it. You did so well.
Yeah, and I don't know where to start with that.
Oh man, I mean everyone would have wanted to see you raging about it. So I mean you disappointed all the fans, Milesluigi. You let everyone down. Everyone wants to see you go crazy and get angry at this level. But I mean, you're like the only person who has ever not done that. It's just incredible, the fact that you actually found where you were supposed to go on your first try. Like, I don't even think there were any deaths in there. Actually, you might have rewound a few times, but still. I mean, that was absolutely incredible. I mean, you could not have done better. Good job.
So, not to curse myself, but 900 seconds seems like a pretty long time. Did you think of making it shorter?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the time limit goes, I mean, 900 seconds is a lot. And I kind of wish I hadn't have made it so high, but it was one of those things I lowered before I had given it to my beta testers, so maybe I should have just waited till I got their feedback, since you're probably going to finish the level with a lot of time, which is not really good. I mean, the point of the Metroid escape sequence is that there's supposed to be a lot of suspense. But overall, it still worked out well. And even though you'll probably have some time left over, it's probably for the best in case there, who knows, some people might get kind of lost or something like that, because there are some multiple paths you can take, but not many.
So my expectation, honestly, you were making a Metroid game, I have to go to the top, get the power-up, then go to the bottom? That was my line of thought at the time. Because I honestly thought like you maybe put like a power-up or a switch that kind of sort of acted like a power-up. I don't know why.
Yeah, I guess I could have done something like that, like put like an on-off switch at the top that you would have to go get, and then hide P-switches all over the place, and put like on-off blocks for water. I guess I really could have made it a lot more complicated. Maybe I'll have to keep that in mind if I ever make another Metroid level in a hack. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's still complicated enough, just the massive maze, but you just nailed it. I mean, I cannot believe how simple it was.
So we used the P-switch to get the silver P-switch to get the springboard
yeah,
to get
pretty
the ocean?
much. I could have done something like that if I wanted to. Maybe next time.
Okay, thank goodness. Although I see a mushroom hidden down here.
Yeah, you could have got that earlier, before the bubbles came. Yeah.
The bubble in the way.
Although, hopefully you'll still be able to make it. Interesting thing is that I actually hid a few interesting things, kind of off-screen. I think there was one back there, but anyway. that like if you kind of go the wrong way, you can see them.
So is there a midway point in this level?
Actually, no, there isn't. Actually, none of the extra levels have midway points, so let's go with that.
Oh, how did I not notice that?
Yeah.
Because even if you take the direct path I took this level is kind of sort of long.
It's really a massive level, so I mean, you just got really lucky.
So before I forget, 125 screens?
Yeah, that's right. As I told you before we recorded, the level's 125 screens big. I mean, that doesn't even include like the escape part and stuff like that. I mean, anyone who's made a level in Super Mario World will know just how big a screen is. So I mean, 125 of those. I mean, it took me 2 months to create this level. I mean, this was like my summer of like, I think it was like 2008. July and August. It was like from the morning I woke up to when I went to bed. I worked on this Super Metroid level. It is really that massive. And I mean, it's good quality level too. It's not like
120 screens?
Yeah, it's about that big. I mean, it's just huge. And then, like I said, that doesn't even include like the escape sequence bubble parts. Like that's just the main level. Like when you're looking for like the normal exit. That alone is about 125 screens. It's like, I think it's pretty sure it's more than 125 screens. So yeah, it was crazy to make, but it was a lot of fun.
I can't believe you actually made something that big. I guess my recommendation to you, I was expecting this level with how big it was and how much it was hyped. I'd be going through bit different areas and
Well, see, that could have happened, but you just got so lucky. I mean, that's what everyone else does. I mean, they pretty much explore everywhere because they don't figure it out. But I mean, I'm like, I cannot believe what you did. I cannot believe it. You broke it. Like. Oh, I cannot believe it. Because every other single Let's Play I've watched has had trouble with this level, and you destroyed it. I'm gonna have to put like a special text box in here if I ever release another version of it, like dedicated to Milesluigi, the only person to ever figure it.
Super Metroid is my domain. I was expecting to do stuff like go to Nowhere Fair and go maybe to Ridley or Nowhere Lore thing, something like that. Are you staying quiet because I'm actually going to go to North Fair when I look for the secret exit?
But yeah, as you saw right there,
I can kind of see this. GJ.
Yeah, so when you scroll the screen a bit, yeah, good job.
Good job.
Yeah, so I hit it, like I said, I hit a few of those things all over the place. It's kind of neat. Although I don't think too many people have really noticed too many of them here. So yeah, here we go now at the end. We've kind of gone back behind the start, and it's the final climb to the top. Kind of like the final stretch here.
Well, you did change it. Oop, not that way. This is supposed to be the escape shaft, isn't it? Whee! Course clear!
Yeah!
I win!
Good job! Wow, I still can't believe it. That was amazing.
On the next episode of Let's Play Super Mario Mega, I'm probably not going to destroy the level when I look for the secret exit, but I'll be sharing more of my thought process as I try to find the secret.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see. It's definitely, I don't know, it's hard to say if it's as easy to find or not. You're going to have to do a little bit more searching than you did.
Oh!
And yeah, you're going to get a little bit angry probably. Give the people what they want. Yeah, wrong one.
I want to go to a different one. This has been Milesluigi acing the Super Metroid level.
I still cannot believe that. That was absolutely incredible.
How long did it take you to make that level again?
2 months! July and August of like 2008.
2 months just constantly working on it approximately 4 hours, 8 hours a day?
Yeah, I'd like wake up like 7 a.m., work on it till like 9 a.m., and then go to bed. Or not even 9 a.m. I don't go to bed till like 6 a.m. So yeah, I go to bed at 6 a.m., wake up at 7 a.m., work on it again until 6 a.m. No, it wasn't that ridiculous, but I mean, I worked on it a lot. Because I mean, I just love making levels in Lunar Magic. It was just so much fun, and I really wish there was a way to tell how long you like had certain programs open for. Because Lunar Magic was probably been open for like a year total or something on my computer. I mean, I just use it so much. I love it so much. I know. I need to go like find a life. I mean, if I had put my time to something useful, who knows what I could have done.
Okay. Next time.